So I'm out in my garden and I am dropping more pepper seeds. But someone asked me in the comments about my mullein. So I'm going to share some of the mulleins that I do grow. Okay. So this is one. This is mullein that I grow. It's a cool mullein. Yeah. This is another one I've grown, right? This is another one that I have grown. Now these are mullein, and I have one more. I gotta find it, but anyway, this is a mullein. Of course, I picked it up from Baker Creek, and it's a wild purple. I haven't dropped this mullein yet, but I will. And this violet mullein from Baker Creek. So that is the mulleins that I do have. Now, all three of these, I have dropped those before. I have never dropped these, but my mullein now is going to seed. I'm gonna let it, definitely, I'm gonna let it finish going to seed. This is my mullein. And as you can see, it is going to seed. Now I'm going to harvest all of these beautiful seeds and share it with my members of my channel if they would like some. Yeah, there is thousands of seeds there. I'm going to clean the area and I'm going to drop one of these, one of the purples, see what it does. But anyway, that's my mullein. Yeah. So I was talking about sharing that tomato. Ooh, y'all hear that? Yeah, that's thunder. But sharing that tomato, and I thought the tomato was, I'll show you who I thought she would be. I thought it was this, the mushroom basket, right? But I changed my mind. I don't think it's this tomato. Ooh, wait a minute, y'all. I have stuff flying all over the place. Give me a second. So this is a tomato, I think it is. And that is the purple calabash. That's who I think that is. Yeah. That's it. Tell me what you think. All right, guys. So listen, I have some cups ready. I don't know how many I have in here. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. So there's 13 cups here, and I'm going to drop some peppers in these cups. Now I'm going to share with you all the peppers, and then I'm going to drop them. But let's share the peppers. Hold on. Now, this pepper is a sweet chocolate from Back to Our Roots Homestead. Yeah, listen, y'all, I'm trying to get through before, the rain come down. But Back to Our Roots, sweet chocolate. That's my sky. Baby, she about to do something wicked out here. It's going to be wicked. All right, I'm going to drop Leisures, of course. You know I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop these. Oh, don't do that. I'm going to drop these peppers right here. I'm going to drop these mini bells. It's a mini bell mix. Yeah, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop a couple of more seeds of Jamaican sorrel. That's them in there. I'm also going to start 2 more moringa trees for a couple of friends, right? I'm going to drop this pepper. Yeah, I'm going to drop that pepper. Now, I have another one, but I need to find it. But let me drop these so at least I'll have some seeds in the soil. All right, so everybody, all the seeds are in the cup. I even have a tree tomato. I've been trying to get them to germinate for the longest and nothing happened, but I'm not gonna stop until I get it. All right. But anyway, I have some sand in this soil, and gonna get it. I hope to. Anyway, get out of there. And I have water at the bottom of this, so I'm gonna set it on the side that it don't get direct rain, right? In case the rain come down, because listen, it could be doing all of this thundering and grumbling and getting dark and nothing happens. It could happen like that. Or baby, it could start grumbling and next thing you know, the floodgates open. But in any event, the seeds are in the cup. And that's the most important thing. They're in there. Let me pack up everything and put it in the garage. That, baby, that is lunch. I'm gonna get her when I finish watering everything. I will get this. Yeah, the leaf is getting in the way. But that is my a China jade? Yeah, cucumber. So I'm going to get her as soon as I finish watering. All right. So this here is, let me see, can I focus it? Yeah, that's a fava bean. Now their flowers are this beautiful black and white. It's a fava bean. And that is some purple potatoes. Yeah. So these purple potatoes I purchased from, I think, Home Depot or Lowe's, one of them. It was a box or a bag of white potatoes. I think it was at Home Depot. Yeah, Jody and I went. I dropped these potatoes. So we'll be harvesting these really soon, but these are purple potatoes. The other purple potatoes, it was a medley of potatoes. They were beautiful, absolutely. So we're gonna get that together. But I'm excited to see what they look like. I am, y'all. But it's a beautiful evening. It's got a little wind blowing. The sun is not, beaming down as it was doing earlier today, right? These tomatoes are very beautiful. Now, of course, I don't label. You see it? But if I had to guess, the variety, this is the mushroom tomato. Now, if you have grown the mushroom tomato before, wait a minute, let me see. There, this one. Yeah, if you have grown the mushroom tomato before, let me know. Does that look like the mushroom tomato to you? Listen, not that it's a big deal that I need to know the name of it. I don't. But they are very beautiful tomatoes. They really are. And I will remember them. I will. There they are. There. This was rubbing against this stem, and that's why it's marked up. But baby, I'm gonna eat her just the same. You heard me? You heard me? Yeah. But I think it's the mushroom tomato. There she is. All right. Let's move on, baby. So it is late in the evening, and I seen a few plants that needed a little water. So I came out here and put on the mist a little bit. But then I was sitting over here looking at this fig tree, and something happened that it made me look this way at this bed right here. I have some tomato plants in this bed. There's 2 in cells, right? And then I looked at this one. When I looked at this one, I knew something was wrong. Look at that stem. Look at that stem. I knew it. So when you see just stem and no leaf petals, baby, you have a hornworm. You have a hornworm. Keep looking, because there he is right there. He's right there. Wait a minute. He's a fatty, y'all. He's a fatty. He's been there. So, I got to get rid of this baby. But remember, when you only see stem and no leaf petals, you got a hornworm. Yeah. So, let me get rid of this baby. Wow. It have a little coolness in the air. It's beautiful. It feels great out here. Check out that. That's a dahlia in there. Y'all see that dahlia? Oh my gosh, she's cute. If I could get it to stay in there. Yeah, she's really cute. But it's in the bed with my Trumboncine squash. Of course, they're doing amazing. But I do have two Georgia candy roaster squash. That's one right there. Yeah, and I have another one on the other side. She's doing really good. But these guys, let me get to the front so you can see this one. So this is two squashes. This is one and that's the other. Let me show you this one. So they are turning that, yellowish. And that is one. But this one, y'all, this one, check it out now. This thing, look at that. You see that? Oh, she is huge and heavy and long. And I can't wait to taste it. Now, if I can share what I have learned about the Trumboncine squash. It is an Italian squash. Yeah. Just by me growing it this first year, this vegetable is prolific. Yeah. Another thing is that it is resistant to the squash vine borer, which is just a big attraction all by itself, right? You can harvest this vegetable green like this that you see, and it is a summer squash like a zucchini, or you can wait and let it turn gold like butternut squash, and it is a winter squash, and it will last for months in a cool, dark place. But there is one thing that got me a little nervous. I have been all over YouTube and all other platforms of social media. I do not see many people growing this squash that look like me, or just from the South, or the recipes that I see, it doesn't look appealing. And many of the ones I've seen, it don't have a rave review. No, it's not like they love the squash. Many of them, it's like they really don't like it. So that have me a little nervous. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just do me. If I don't find a recipe, I'm going to create one on my own. And I'm going to cook and taste this squash for myself. Yeah. So if you know of any recipes for Trumboncine squash, share it with me, baby. Share it with me. this is my walkthrough of my Fuyu persimmon. And family, this is what I find. Now, this is not anything strange to me. This is webworms. Yeah. So, webworms do not eat the fruits. They don't bite you, people. They are not harmful. What they do is they make webs around the limbs that they're going to eat on. And this web is to protect them from other insects, like birds. But what I do, I don't spray or anything. I cut that limb totally off. So Ben came out and yeah, we got both of those limbs off. There he is. Yeah. I wanted to make sure he got the right limbs. You know what I mean, y'all? But he got the limbs off. And then what you do is when you have webworms on your property, you take a plastic bag and you put that in a plastic bag and you put it in the garbage, right? But before I did that, I laid these limbs on the ground and I just let my shoe work for me. And I said goodnight to every one of them. Now, what they do is they play, I guess the word I'm looking for, maybe they play possum, because when you are very close to them, they stop moving like they're dead, right? They act like they're dead and, you know, like they're not alive. But I know they are alive. And this is the way they do. So what they do, they eat all the chlorophyll out of the leaves, almost like a leaf miner would eat the leaves. But yeah, they dry them leaves up. And this is the way they look, all bunched up in there. It is, yeah. You will find webworms on many fruit trees. I had them on elderberries. You'll find them on pecan trees, all kinds of fruit trees. But don't panic. Don't spray. Take the limb off. Dispatch the webworms and get that off of your property, right? Yeah, that is it. That is all. And they're gone, right? And that's what I do to get rid of webworms. Yeah, they are disgusting in their family. My God. But every one of them said goodnight on yesterday. Oh yeah, baby. So this is my artichokes. So these are the ones I'm gonna let stay on the plant and give me that flower so I can have seeds. Yeah. So that's what these are for. I'm gonna let them stay, produce the flower, and give us some seeds. I will be sharing those seeds with many of my members of my channel if they would like it. Yeah, the globe artichoke. That's who this is. Yeah, she's so pretty. But you just wait. She is gonna be amazing. Hang in there, y'all. Focus, there you go. So this is my ground cherry. Yeah. All right. Y'all, crunchy, sweet, juicy. Oh my God. So good, so good. May I have another like the other? It's been it's very humid. It's humid, Ben? Right. Ben says it's very humid out here. And it is. But no matter what, look where I am, right? I am in paradise. That's where I am.